Right. I'll show you what I did um, for today. Anyway, I think we're gonna stop. Now that my phone's all charged up, ready to go. Yeah, so I got everything up to this point. This is where we're gonna have some hatches, so I need to do some cutting. That's too close. Cutting. Anyway, so yeah, I got them all nailed in, and I need to straighten, these. So I'll be also cutting the blocks to separate them. And I'm trying to decide how many, how much to do blocks in here. And also I'll have some, I'll pair up these with sister joists. Sister joists. Yeah, so that'll be something else also I have to get done. Feels good to be able to walk again, not have to climb over that middle beam. And I was able to raise the ladder up off the ground again, so that's nice. Yeah, well, I have my floorboards in there. I gotta bring him in. I'm not gonna install him just yet because I gotta, do the little things here and there. Yeah. Also, I think I'm gonna have to close that up. Even though it has, like the grating and the wire mesh and everything, just still the little varmints chew through. So, I'm just gonna. I'd like to have the air flow, but I'm gonna just fill it with spray foam, and also all these little holes, and just not good. Just seal up any little thing that I can, stuff like that. So that's where it's at. Oh, and yeah, I gotta, aside from the little blocks that will be up against the concrete, I need to build the same kind of thing, but all the way along here, because I want the plywood needs to come up and have something to nail into, because these are slightly higher than that. Pickles, what are you doing, mister? You want to go upstairs? Come here. Come. No. Come. It's nice out. The wind feels really good, but it's a little, the sunshine. Okay, can I do this? Holding my phone and carrying Mr. Pickles here at the same time. Hope I put those boards in right. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got this thing in front of me, which is actually, can I put him on those? Is he too heavy? Let's try it. They're overhanging, so they might,
fall with his weight. All right, give me a second. Oh, we're gonna do it. Okay, go. Good boy. Yeah, when it's cantilever over. Sorry, I just ate a piece of cereal and now it's all clogged up in my throat. Yeah, so looks good. And also I was thinking, and this is, you know, I don't know. Let's see how a problem I have is where to put the stairs, where to put the ladder that'll climb up. Because you know that ladder will have to get stored away. But so I was thinking, what if I have, you know, almost like this is the attic and that's the regular floor, and then you have, you know, those attic, you know, stairs that fold down so you can climb up. Only mine would be, you know, farther out. I don't want to have those like fold up and then extend and all that. I think I just have the regular one, and then just come down and hit and then climb up and have it, you know, spring loaded so that it always wants to be up here, unless I pull it down, and then it, you know, whatever, maybe a latch. So yeah, so that's a thought, but again, it's down the road a ways. Found a few little nests up in here, pulled them out, and that's all that's left. It's some kind of mouse or rat or something good, but there was two nests, but I think it's using this stuff out here, this stuff, because there's the hole to come in is on this side, and then it comes in, and I know I've showed it on other down here where the shovel is. There, you know, the tunnel comes in and opens up, and then they come in and mess around, and apparently they've climbed up and started building stuff. The other nest was behind here, back in there. Kind of swept it out a little bit, and it was behind all this stuff, you know, because it's like they just find whatever nestled little corner they can that will get them less, I don't know, wind or whatever, cold there. So yeah, how I found it was while bringing Pickles in. He can smell that stuff, and so he tries to dig and put his little paw. Something's in here. So I, you know. But we were pulling that out anyway because, you know, the shelves were right here, and had all my, you know, junk tools and whatever, all my small stuff, you know. So, yeah, but I needed to make room for this bad boy. So, sorry again. So I wanted to get something more long term, you know, because this little thing I just needed a little bit when it was downstairs, and I needed, you know, I was running out of floor space, and then I got more and more. You finding something? It's nice, like, to get into here, and yeah. How about this? Any more? What's down here? What's up here? Okay. You can see remainders of when they tried to make nests. Yeah, they tried to make nests up when all this stuff was kind of all crammed up on top of this shelf when it was over here. So there's more room, and then, you know, yeah, it found multiple mice and
Little nuts coming out.
Multiple mice and babies and everything. It was just, yeah, it was just a clusterfuck of, you know, anywhere but here, you know. Stay out of my cabin. Yeah, so I put this in last night, and it got pretty dark. I used my little spotlight here. Pretty sweet. But I also when I went to turn it off, I pushed the little power button and it got brighter, like by like 3 times brighter. And I was like, oh well, that would have been helpful because you know it was bright, but it wasn't that bright, you know. But it was enough to get my thing built, and I'm tempted just because it's so sturdy that I mean I could use it for a bed. Not, you know, one of these is small and you know, so it wouldn't be like a bunk bed or anything. But anyway, it's better for tools and more room and stuff. But I think I might have to put a little piece of board along here so that there's no holes, because little things fall through the holes. You can see here I've already got, you know, all the stuff, and they fall through if they get bumped wrong or whatever. So anyway, so I was thinking, what if I make one of these, 2 of them. Yeah, so I have room to, you know, lay and sleep and stuff. 2 of them going this direction and this direction, meaning this long piece is this here long piece. So it would come out to about, I don't know where, and maybe I would have to slide it into one of the corners, you know. Well, over here it might not. I'd have to chop the top because these things get in the way. It's 7 feet tall, so this is, you know, it was bumping here, and so luckily made it slide over that way, and it made, you know, made enough room to fit. But so anyway, logically I couldn't, you know, slide it over against that wall. So I was thinking, what if I put 2 of them? I could even run them this way, I guess, you know. It's not, you know, unthinkable. But 2 of them running this way, or 2 of them butting up against that. I just didn't want to, you know, cover up the window. But that way they would be, you know, because these things are adjustable, right? So I could have storage under here and then the bed, you know, about here, or higher. I mean, you know, it just doesn't, you know, there's no rule as to what it needs to be. And then, so if 2 of those, if you picture 2 of those together, and then have a piece of plywood or whatever on there, then I could put my mattress on top of that and have the bed and everything. The thing I want to do is not have my bed on the floor, because then I'm going to get, you know, rodents and spiders and other stuff. It's not that they can't, you know, on that thing, but it's a lot harder. But that way, you know, it's off the ground, basically. It's the idea. I don't want it, you know, too high, because then I'm going to bump my head when I, you know, get up in the morning or whatever. But higher would be better. So I think, you know, maybe waist high or something. I don't mind it being off the ground. It feels cool anyway. And then I'd have, you know, storage area underneath for whatever, clothes and suitcase full of junk. Yeah, so the more, you know, little varmints come in here and they leave little, you know, little poopies here and there and stuff, bothers me. And so it's got me double thinking, second guessing. But yeah, no, just thinking about maybe it would be preferable for me to put something over it, you know, and just close off the stuff. Originally, I was thinking about putting in some kind of, you know, like insulation and other stuff. But I mean, honestly, the outside is insulated like crazy. because of, I've got the boards, then I've got the plywood, then I've got the bubble, silver bubble wrap reflective stuff, and then I've got the house wrap, and then I've got the house wrap's on the side of the plywood, and then the bubble wrap stuff, and then and then the outer panel stuff, and so which I need to finish. That they're not done, but at least I got it closed in and dried in, so that I could be in here without worrying about rain and stuff. Anyway, I need to finish all that out there, but for now, it's good like this. But as I continue to find little cracks and holes and seal it up and everything, sooner or later I'll, shear it and then put something on top of it. I don't really have big plans or intentions to, finish all the walls and stuff in here. I'm just, it's good enough for me. If I were going to stay in here, for like 10 years, yeah, probably. But the idea is to be in here, live in here, work remote on my computer, and then while I build my fire watch tower up there. Fire watch tower. And then I'll build up there, and then it's just fuzzy stuff. Yeah. See, these flies get in here, and then they... Oh, did I knock him out? They get in here, and then they... Can you eat him, Pickles? I don't think that's healthy. But then he'll chew on mice, he'll chew on lizards, he'll, whatever. So a fly is probably not as dangerous. Yeah, so that was a thought. I'm thinking maybe, and have my mattress in here and stuff and do that. But the idea is to live here, because, rather than out in my camper. But I gotta, once I'm in here, I can do some plumbing and put in, water pump and heating and all that other stuff in here. My solar generator and my other stuff in here, so it's all safe. But yeah, yeah. So I'll have to run all that stuff, but at least I'll be able to have more room for, I'm gonna bring in like the pipe from outside, from the water that's gonna be stored way over on the hill, and have it run downhill to here, and then drill a hole, and then have it come in, and then go down to the sink. So that was one of the other things I held off on. Is because I need to connect my drain pipe that goes down here, and it goes out where that mouse hole is that keeps coming in. And yes, I've clogged that up, but they keep digging. I mean, it's like, it could be like a squirrel or something. I don't know, something that digs. Groundhog. They have a couple holes around here. Anyway, so then I'll have room to adjust things, and if any water needs to drain or any of that kind of stuff, I can do it myself and get it and have room for it. Where in the camper, hell no. Like, every little tiny thing is snuggled into every corner, and to get to stuff, I gotta pull out that fridge just to get to the little hoses, because I can hear it dripping. I can see that it drips, when I turn on the water pressure. So it's like, I think it burst, because of cold. I've been coming out here and, but it's, so it probably froze or whatever and burst a little hole or something. So, sorry again. Yeah. So, I'll have more room to do all that and be able to have access to, whatever. So I'm thinking, the
kitchen area and cupboards and stuff. Probably not overhead cupboards, but we'll see. And then sort of working area where the tub and toilet used to be. In this corner here, just have my my standing desk and hooked up computer and stuff. Power and stuff will be up here, so I'll be able to have I'll just run my conduits and cables and stuff down to the plugs and stuff. And on that side, I think I'm just gonna have my couch, sitting, relaxing, because that's the important thing. Then, of course, the two, well, maybe one, but probably two hatches, to go under the floorboards for storage. I don't know. I'm on the fence about having an opening, a top opening lid fridge down here, so I can open up the floor, do whatever. But if it's a freezer, I don't know how much power that'll take. It's underground and it's insulated, so it probably wouldn't take too much power. But the idea is, I don't want to, I would have to move my couch, right, and then open up the hatches just to get food out of the fridge. That just doesn't make any sense. So if it was a longer term storage, situation, then no, it's just the wind, Pickles. So it would be hit longer term, or just have just boxes to put stuff, if I have stuff to put there, but the idea is to think ahead and open it up with hinge and stuff. One of the other problems that it causes, or will cause, is doing, okay, so I've got the joists, and then I'll have the plywood. On top of that, I was thinking about doing the wood flooring, right? And those little pieces that fit together, boom, 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 and the offset and everything. The problem is where they hit the hinged section. I don't know what to do there. I don't know how that works, and I've never laid that flooring before, so I've never built a floor. Anyway, so I'm thinking, if it comes up to the edge, because I think that they kind of are free floating, right? On top of whatever floor it's built on, and up against the wall, that's okay because it can expand and contract and everything. But then there's usually trim to cover that gap. But here there wouldn't be trim to cover that gap, and so if it's flush with the floor and the top of the hatch, I'm gonna have to nail them into the edge or something. I don't know how that works. So anyway, it's in my mind. It's being thought about, but yeah. So the other idea is just not to put hatches. Just continue these boards all the way over. And, just leave it. Flat. I don't know. I'd hate to not have access to the subflooring area. So it's I don't know. It's just thinking about it. That's all. Then this little guy I'm gonna keep, but I'm just gonna slide up into this corner better, because right now it's not. I have all my tools. I'm shoving them out of the way, so I could pull the whole thing. It's really heavy, but I don't want to unstack it and then stack it again. So that'll just go back into the corner, and I'll clean all this stuff up, yeah, and still got room to. Ooh, that's a close call. To close and open the thing. So
Open them up every time I come in here. I don't know what. I think that came like that. Little hole in the. I don't know if that shows. I think it came like that, if I remember. Anyway, I don't like having a hole in the screen. That's the whole idea of a screen. But yeah, at least it functions and stuff. Looks good. Looks good. Stuff I don't use goes on top because that's harder to get to. But these two mostly are what I use, and then bottom one is also stuff I don't use very often. But that reminds me, I think I need to get. No, I got a new box of indoor. Yeah, good. I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh no, I think I need to get more, but I don't. But they're really good, and they're waterproof, and because I need them to nail all the little things around the edges and everything, get them all together. Also, I gotta have them to build the little. I can't see it from here. Little outbuilding, which is also going to be storage and hey buddy, hey, what's up? What you doing? Look at this cute little guy. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Half an hour? What? Am I just talking for half an hour? Okay, yeah, and then well, that's what all these are. These are for the framing of the outbuilding. I stopped it halfway in process and didn't want them to get all twisted and gross and stuff in the rain. This one, however, ooh boy, look at that twist. It's like a drill bit. But those will be, what I'm building walls for that. But yeah, all of that stopped when I realized that it was timing. I needed to get finished with the roof and the walls and stuff as winter was coming, and to get this closed up. And so, but it's always something that's just nonstop. What's this on your neck? Get that off. Spider, dead spider. Yeah, it's just I just keep getting things to do, in here and try to finish it. Yeah, I almost didn't renew my rent for my apartment because then I just move out here. It's not ready to move out here, again, because living out here is there's a whole other stack of requirements, so. I just am, yeah, mostly I just need to get that floor, and I have power. I have power for my computer and all that. Water I'll have to haul still until I can build my water catchment. And then, yeah, that's where it's going to be above the outbuilding. Water storage is up here, and then the catchment is going to be up higher. Then it'll run downhill, and then downhill, and then downhill into my sink. And then, yeah, so, but living here, it makes a big difference, and I can get a lot of stuff done. So it's coming up here on weekends and stuff, it's just not, it's easy to get lazy. Let's just say that, it's just, it takes a lot to, I got to stock up stuff, and I got to get ready, and I got to get, figure out what equipment I need, and then I got to, come up here and stay. And when it's cold at night, it's like, my heater is in my camper's broken. Anyway, it's constantly stuff. So I'm like, oh, well, I'll just stay in town. And so, yeah, it's harder to get stuff done that way. That's all I'm saying. So it just slows everything down like crazy. Anyway, it's, there's it. It's, it's coming along, and I need to bring the plywood off the truck, bring it in here, and just lay it on the floor there. But I won't be, you know, nailing it down or anything. That'll be next time. So, because there's all the little things that I need to do first before nailing it. But at least I have a place to put it. I was thinking about putting it up here, but you know, carrying, well, yeah, getting them up here is a lot of work. That's all. It's enough to just carry him from the truck to lay him down here, and it'll be plenty. So, or maybe lean him up against the wall or something, but keep him out of the way. All right, I think that's all. Cool.